Do that every single time, don't I? How's it going, everybody? It is midnight here in Colorado. About 3 past now. Uh, Hell yeah, man. That's definitely some good productivity right now. These are the productivity hours right now. Damn it. Chat's moving a little fast. I do want to say real quick, guys, for those of y'all here, this is the first time I've ever done a simulcast. Got it, of course, here on the Department of Fear channel, and also over at the second channel, the DCLXVI Films channel. That's the new one. That's where all the movie projects and stuff are going to be located at. And kind of getting ahead of myself, that's kind of what this whole stream is about tonight, is sort of announcing that. I've been talking about it for a few years now. The reason why I want to do YouTube is to use it as a jumping off point to sort of talk opinions about movies and use that sort of to get my foot in the door on filmmaking. But, you're not really doing anything with it. You're just kind of sitting there ranting and raving about movies. And it's like, you know what? Let's start getting this shit in motion. So I figured set up that second channel, get that going. There should be a link for that in the description for those of y'all to check out. That's basically going to be the same thing as going on here, but more so specifically just the creative output, leaving criticisms at the door and whatnot. But DCLXVI Films, that you guys may have noticed has been sort of a little tag at the start of a lot of my pre-recorded videos. And, it sort of started as an in-joke. That you might be looking at that wondering, what the fuck does that even mean? DCLXVI. It's a Roman numeral. And for those of y'all who have been around long enough, you remember I had the mask here. There was a little number set on the forehead of that mask from the early days. The little 666 there. That's basically the Roman numeral for that. But I figured, you know what? That's a whole interesting thing there to do. Why not? Couldn't think of any other names for productions or whatever, so rolled with that. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty dark. That was kind of the idea there. Looking up some female prison movies to watch. Yeah, see, that's a genre of film that I actually do want to look into a little bit. The only prior knowledge I have for women in prison films is it's one of the early episodes of Family Guy where Lois's aunt comes to visit, and then Peter says something about, yeah, I recorded a Cinemax over our wedding video or something, and it was a ladies in prison type of film. Good shit there. But yeah, that's what's going on there. Got a couple projects in the works. You guys know, of course, I've got the 406 Maple Lane in production. The script is in development for that. That's sort of the big one, intended to be a feature. You guys have most likely seen the preview for that, the little teaser I made. Not all of you might have seen, though, the other one. This is for a short that I actually have in the works called Dog Screams. Dog Screams. I'm not sure the right way for it to roll off the tongue, but let's check that out. This one's just intended to be a little short, sort of a character study. I've got a pretty good idea of where I want this one to go, but let's check out that teaser. This is Dog Screams. And most of that stuff is going to be done under my real name. I could have gone with the YouTube moniker, but I don't know. I just feel that's not so potentially marketable in trying to be sort of a serious uh, filmmaker in some kind of a way. But I figure time to just take the jump on that, start getting these projects that I've got in mind, sort of get them going in a really sort of serious way. And you can't just wait around for a real big production company to come around. So why not build your own little production house? So that's kind of what I'm doing, and that's really what the basis of the second channel is supposed to be. Uh, but yeah, that's an idea that kind of came to me. I was heard my neighbor's dog barking, and it reminded me of this. I think it was a letter or something that the son of Sam, David Berkowitz, had sent to the police that were chasing him. And it was something about him and this dog communicating, and the dog was telling him to do all this fucked up shit that he did. If you guys know a little about the son of Sam, you don't need a whole lot of explanation there. But I thought that just that snippet of sort of the reasoning behind his madness was an interesting idea. And that was kind of the general basis for at least the teaser for Dog Screams there. Uh, I actually got that little script in development right now, too. I figured that'll be a good way to actually start and sort of really get the sort of image out there, sort of get the creative process started. Uh, Figure make it a short film. That's probably a lot easier and more doable than getting a feature right off the ground. But of course, the feature Invasion at 406 is really the ultimate goal right now. But goals can sort of coexist. With all that, I do want to say that the channel as it stands is still going to sort of continue, the way it always has. But it might be at a slower rate. And if you guys are wondering why it's been a little bit slower, it is sort of a little bit of that, just sort of getting that other direction going a little bit. You guys have seen the 406 teaser. I did put a little update on that for the second channel where all I really did was change the email address for contact info because it's like I don't check my normal email address a whole lot. So if I just set up one for the production house, it's like, you know what? I'm probably going to check on that pretty frequently, so long as it doesn't start filling up with spams and stuff. But those are kind of like the big things, of course. The logo is, of course, very basic and shit, just the production company logo, rather. Where's like here, just it's the font that I typically use for the channel. I don't know. It just looks kind of cool. Has a sort of menacing but easy enough to read thing going on there. But that's sort of the docket for the second channel, DCLXVI Films. Shit, we could even just call it DC66 Films. Make it easier that way. But Dog Screams, I want to try to have that done by spring, and I think that is doable. If you seeing the teaser, you can tell that thing was shot very much for free. It was a very no budget sort of thing, and you know what? That's sometimes the best way to get a short done. It's the problems in having no budget, I think, are a little less glaring in that context as opposed to if you're trying to do a feature. Looking at you, thanks, killing. I love you, you piece of crap. But a no budget little story, sort of a psychological type of deal. Figure that's something you could do with a very minimal budget and really just trying to raise awareness for the second channel right now. I totally forgot how hard it is to get a channel up and going. And as a slow growing channel anyway, it sort of makes me wonder what rate that one will go at. So I just need to try and get a little better at the self promotion shit. And if you guys would like to help out too, just sort of share links here and there. That would definitely be awesome and helpful. Because I mean, it's something I forget to do sometimes. And yeah, but just kind of wanted to come on, basically say that the film making goal is one of the goals that I set for the channel last year. And that's a goal that I'm actually deciding to take a little more seriously. It's one that, I just can't wait around for something to just happen. So it's like, make it happen yourself. That's sort of what I'm doing, just taking it into my hands, putting it into my own hands and making what I want to happen. It's really the only thing we can do as people. It's what we've done in our whole existence. But you see right here, this was from the, I think, third anniversary stream. I think that's what that was from. I took a screenshot of that, and I got that saved as sort of a reminder there for things I want to do. Growing the channel and make a film or two. Oh, what do you know? There's 2 in development. So I think I'm doing pretty good, at least on trying to get that second goal done. The third goal, overcome mediocrity. That's for you guys to decide. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely, yeah. Just working on those scripts right now and trying to get the other videos for the channel done and a little bit of prep work for the Devil's Eyes podcast episode 2. Gotta watch Halloween too, so you guys know my a little more than lukewarm sort of relationship with that one. It's a turbulent one. It's like the chemicals in Die Hard 3. But yeah, it's really what's going on. Just a little update that. Thank you, Miss Carter. Yeah, that was definitely a claim that I borrowed or nicked from another channel. I think we all know that one there. One that I used to sort of collaborate with, but I've got no comment on that. But what can you do? Anyway, I just wanted to come on real quick. This is kind of a short little thing, short little launch party. It's late as hell. Forgot to throw this little thing up. I finally figured out how to put little things on the screen here like that. I think that's pretty fucking dope. That's one of the things too, fucking doing what I will say, because a lot of the film projects that I'm working on, I'm definitely been using the all the video reviews that I've done over the last almost 4 years now. Been using that as sort of practice, like for editing, because again, doing this all on my own is sort of, I don't have a crew of people at my disposal, and disposal is just a dirty sounding word in that regard. But when I did start editing, it was kind of sloppy, but I feel like I'm growing some chops, in the editing department. And that's one thing I like about it, just dicking around with the editing software, learning how to do cool stuff like that, little fades and transitions and stuff. Play with the lighting. I don't know how to do in-camera lighting. I mean, you look at the 2 teasers I did; those fuckers were shot on a phone. So, I definitely plan on getting a decent, like at least fucking vlogging camera or something though for getting the projects done, because exporting stuff from the phone to the Google Drive takes too damn long. I don't have the patience for that shit, and I am a pretty slow editor. So I think meticulous might be the word. Ditto, brother. Thank you. Yeah, you're doing a fucking killer job over there too, man. So, while we're here and talking about setting up a second channel, if you guys are watching and you like what Chris does over at the Movie Misfits channel, he does have the Jigsaw Files channel up and running now. So definitely go and check that out if you're a huge Saw fan. If you like the Saw stuff he did last year, there's going to be all that and the stuff he's working on now. That's all going to be going over there. So yeah, speaking of second channels, that is definitely something to mention there. Yeah, I got to get off here soon though because I have to be to work in approximately 12 hours. So I got to get my ass to bed. It's a little late. Maybe I'll clip some of this and throw it out there. But before I go, because I can never just go. We're going to play both of those teasers for you guys real quick in the order that I plan on having them come out. Let's see. Where the fudge did they go? So starting with Dog Screams. Again, I plan on having this one out in the springtime. Shooting for a spring 2024 release on that. By release, it's most likely going to be an upload to the YouTube. Maybe I can find a way to manufacture like 15 DVDs for it. Make it a special edition type thing. And of course, what I intend to be the feature debut, that's if things are going in the very self-managed direction that I'm intending. Invasion at 406 Maple Lane. But so those are the two teasers for the two film projects that I have in like legitimate development right now. There's definitely a lot more to come. Like I've got a notebook just full of fucking outlines of different plot ideas, and you know, once I get these going and hopefully gain some traction with this, those can see the light of day, and we'll just have to see what happens, right, guys? Filmmaking is something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid, so figure why not take the leap and just freaking try my hand at it. Can't afford film school. It's too damn expensive, Sid. Tuition's expensive, Sid. I think is that's actually the line, but you know, just read a little bit, watch enough movies, you know, sort of get this visual idea. My weakest point is going to be dialogue. I'm just telling you guys that right off the bat. But that's what I plan on doing. That's going to be sort of the main thing that I'm going to put a lot more focus into. So again, if you see the content slowing down at the department, just know it's because trying to get the lights on at the production house there. You guys, though, thank you for coming by. I know it's late. Definitely fucking appreciate the hardcore. Hardcore, you know. It was pretty solid of you guys to come out this late. Especially those of y'all in time zones more out east. But anyway, you guys all have a good night. Thank you again for swinging by. Again, check out the other channel. That's where, again, all the film stuff's going to be at. Don't want to do too much co-uploading because I want this to sort of get feet of its own. Damn it, I don't have an outro bit here. Yes, actually I do. We're just going to have to alter it here. Oh, there we go. You guys know the typical outro bit.
Dog will hunt! Get that bitch, Leatherface! Get that bitch! Dog will hunt!
I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys.